Hi guys, what's going on? Welcome back to a new video. Today I'll be talking about what's been happening with XLM, what can we expect to happen next with the price action, and what are the latest news. If you don't want to miss any of that important information, make sure you like, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel. On a little side note guys, make sure to check us out at ptgr.ag if you're looking into greater consultancy packages with regards to cryptocurrencies. Guys, let's not waste any more time and jump straight into the video. What's been happening with Lumen? It is down 0.22% in the last 24 hours, and we have been hovering around the 12-cent zone with breaking those some resistance level. And as we can see, if we look down at the 7-day, we had a peak reaching the 12 cents and 72 mark, and then we went back down roughly to the 1203, and I believe that we will be able to test in the upcoming days the 13-cent zone like we did. We really approached it really close back on the 14, and I believe that we can reach that 13-cent valuation. I think there's a strong resistance level at the 10-cent valuation, and that we are able to sustain. As long as we are able to sustain that resistance level, we are good for the moment, and we are going to make higher highs. It is just a matter of time. I think XLM has huge upside for many reasons, so make sure you watch the whole video if you don't want to miss any of them, because guys, trust me, we've got good news. Let's start and jump straight into it. One of the first news I want to talk about is the Circle blacklist. All Tornado Cash ETH address are effectively freezing USDC. So this is talking about Circle. Circle has a partnership with XLM. So overall, it's showing that Circle is actually efficient. We'll have to see how that turns out in terms of the fact that it's freezing ETH addresses effectively with the USDC, but it is an overall positive sentiment that you are seeing Circle being effective at responding to these matters, and the fact that it's running under, that it has a partnership under XLM shows positive sentiment for XLM. Now, another one that I want to talk to you about is this one, which is Tornado Cash founder Roman Semenov GitHub account was suspended, and the chain link will not support the forked version of Ethereum. Robinhood lists 2 more crypto, AVAX and XLM. This is also a pretty good sentiment because Robinhood is known to be the biggest trading house for the US. Basically, it makes it extremely easy to buy and sell stocks. So the fact that they have added cryptos, I mean, they already were trading cryptos such as Bitcoin and Ethereum and the main ones, but they added recently AVAX and XLM, and this is really good news, guys. As long as we are seeing this institutional acceptance from firms like Robinhood that are listing XLM, is really positive sentiment for XLM and for its future holders. Now, another one that I wanted to talk about is this news that talks about friendly reminder to those talking about the stable coins. There's the World Bank stablecoin, and then there's XLM XRP. Stablecoin must be pegged to commodity store value. Now, this is an interesting point because it's talking about stablecoin for cross-border payment, and if you look deeper into it, it's talking about how stablecoin refers to a class of digital currencies that are relatively stable in terms of their price, and he's talking about how the stablecoin offer instantaneously processing and security of payment as many cryptocurrencies do. And so this is pretty interesting because it talks about 2 digital currencies that fall into these categories are RippleNet, native digital currency known as Ripple, and the Stellar Network native cryptocurrencies. So this is really nice because it's talking about stability with respect to the parity against the fiat currencies. And so we are seeing these cross-border payment actually being used for remittance payments. This is an overall very positive sentiment for XLM as well as XRP. We all know that XRP is based on a B2B scale, whereas XLM would be more based on a B2C, so for the customer directly. But this is overall very good sentiment of the stablecoin for cross-border payment. Another one is talking about everyone need to stay calm. BlackRock, WEF, IMF, the BIS, and Fed have all been taken care of by the white hats. You are watching a show the destruction and takeover of the global XRP is in good hands and will be the gold standard XLM, silver, which will be equal to the silver and XDC, and which will be equal to copper. Everyone chill. So this is pretty interesting tweets that talks about the fact that there is a lot of sentiment on Twitter, which is varying because you have a lot of action happening. I mean, we talked about BlackRock investing itself into XLM through its partnerships. But what's interesting is that we need to understand the differences, right? XRP is not XLM. XRP has its own utility, has its own usage, and the partnership will not indirectly affect XLM. And I thought that was important to mention because many people are thinking otherwise. Now, another news, it's this one that talks about it's no coincidence that Stellar Network is so favorable with Ukraine while the country is developing their CBDC. Stellar is also discussing ways to meet Ukrainian humanitarian aid needs of the country. Stellar have already been piloting a CBDC for a while, and this is really, really good news. Now, why is this good? Because you are seeing utility at first hand for a matter that's very important. Now, you have the Ukrainian war, the fact that they could be developing a CBDC for helping hands in terms, this is great because you are seeing the actual factor of why crypto could be so big in the future, right? It's not really about store value. In my opinion, it's about utility and it's about usage. And so if you are able to see that Stellar is discussing ways to meet this aids through CBDC, this is really excellent news for XLM. So I think this is overall very positive sentiment. Another one is that Stellar Development Foundation, which is a protocol focused on cross-border payment, has partnered with African companies such as the Photowave and ClickPesa to facilitate business transaction on the continent. This is really, really good, guys. Why is this good? I mean, we talked about it, utility. Stellar Development Foundation having partnered with companies worldwide and looking at continents such as Africa is amazing. These are the countries that will probably most benefit from this technology because they are the one that needs it the most. So this is really, really good positive sentiment because it's talking about payment processing through the XLM technology and the Stellar Development Foundation, and this is overall very, very good for the coin and for its users because you are actually getting acceptance through these companies with these African partnerships. So this is really, really good positive sentiment. Another one is don't worry about red or green, earn at any situation with Lumens swap holder and LP rewards program. Don't miss the chance to get eligible for reward. Price is low, buy LSP and hold it. So this is really good because it's talking also how, for example, for instance, it's talking about reward program directly being implemented for the Lumen. So this is pretty good because it's looking at the fact that I strongly also believe that Stellar Lumen is drastically undervalued when you're looking at all its usability cases. So I think that it's very good positive sentiment that you are seeing these rewards being put in place that will overall enhance the purchasing power for people if they are seeing that they can get reward attached to it. Now another one is, I've been asked this recently, what is Web 3.0? Well, Web 2.1, Web 1.1 was read-only like books. Web 2.0 was being able to upload like YouTube. Well, Web 3.0 will be owning the digital space like the real world. And I think this is very important. This tweet is pretty strong because it's talking about the evolution of the internet, right? We've had Web 1.1, which was basically very, very simple website where you could basically read books and stuff like that. Web 2.0 was really about innovation where it's about upload, it's about sharing stories, it's about YouTube. And then Web 3.0 will be ownership of that, right? A lot of it will be with regards to ownership. And I think XLM and XRP with XDC have huge upside in this matter indirectly. So another one to talk about is XRP and XLM are already being utilized in Australia and New Zealand, and many other countries are getting closer to global CBDCs, and XRP and XLM will be a key player in the new payments system moving into Web 3.0. So this is really, really interesting because it's talking about how basically all the countries are moving towards this movement of accepting it on a global scale, and to be able to actually move to a global CBDC, XLM and XRP, guys, will be required. It's not a thing about XRP and XLM being used. It is a requirement for the global CBDC to work. So if this gets put in place, and you're seeing it already with Australia and New Zealand in this instance, this will be huge for XLM, XDC, and XRP. Now, another one, it's Stellar can skyrocket in 2022 to deploy smart contract. By the end of 2022, XLM reacts bullish. This is overall a positive sentiment. With the deployment of its smart contract, will XLM react in a positive manner? We strongly all believe so, and if you are following this channel for these reasons, make sure you subscribe down below so you don't miss any of those positive sentiments. I try to keep you updated as much as possible. One of the last news that I wanted to talk about is this one, which is here. Now, it's talking about the Stellar Starbridge to perform across blockchain, beginning with Ethereum. And as you can see here, it's the whole explanation of the Starbridge that starts from the wallet, that goes deposit and burns the local asset, that goes into the Starbridge operation, each hold unique keys, all the controls account together. And then you're moving into the bridge account. From that, you go to the Star Bridge, then you go to the bridge contract, and finally you go to the ERC20 contract, which allows it to then finally end in your withdrawal of local asset through your wallet. Now, this is really good because, as you can see, this is running under XLM. So this is really positive sentiment for XLM that will bring basically huge momentum for XLM in the long term. And this is why I remain extremely bullish for XLM. I think it has many positive sentiments awaiting for its growth to scale on a major level. And I think that, guys, if you are seeing this video right now, make sure you check out XLM. Make sure you get yourself some at a discount because it is trading really cheap. And guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel. And I'll make sure to catch you in the next one. See you next time.